feel like I'm over here now. I think I'm in this back row, really. I have a woman with me. I got to use my words very, very wisely here as to not offend. Very meddlesome. I feel like this lady was very meddlesome. Manipulative. I don't know why, but I feel like I'm with all three of you with this. Are you all three related?
We're friends.
You're all friends. Okay.
Well, we're related.
Yeah, we're.
The two of you are.
Yeah.
Okay, let me work with this a little bit then. I think I might be with these two, because I feel like that who I'm with, it goes to a number of people. This feels like a grandmother energy to me, so I have to make sure that I say that first up front. But I want to say, I like her. And the reason I like her is because she was entertaining. So I want to make sure that I say that up front. This whole meddlesome thing about her, I feel like that she had a way about her to where she made people laugh with her meddling. Do you understand that? Possibly, okay? And I also want to say about her, and she's laughing at me, I feel like she was a hypochondriac.
Yes.
Do you understand? Okay, all right. Because there was always something wrong with her. Always something wrong with her, even when there wasn't anything wrong with her. Oh God, there's something wrong with me. And she was like that. Oh God, I'm dying. Do you understand that? Okay. And smell. I gotta talk about the smell. I get these energetic, it's weird. You get these smells and you don't know where they come from. So I'm smelling her. It smells like rose water. Do you understand that? Okay, you understand. Okay. Because she wore that. I don't think... Will you hand me a couple of those? I know I don't have any tissues, but I gotta give something to this lady to... Okay, there you go. Thank you. It's this... It's strong. Now I gotta tell you. And I gotta tell you what it smells like. And I'm telling on myself here. I didn't have any sisters, but I had cousins that were very close to me. And I just got to tell you how I'm getting this smell so you understand. There were these little dolls that used to come in little perfume bottles back in the 60s and the 70s. They were like these little tiny dolls, and they had flowers in their hair. And when you pulled the top off of that little bottle, you could smell them. I can't remember what they're called, but there was one that was rose. And when you took the top off of it, you smelled it, it knocked you down. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's the smell. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay, good. And I feel like that when you were around her, you smelled this all the time. You walked into her bedroom, you smelled this. This lady, this smell was very significant to her personality, and I can't stress that enough. So I want to make sure that I say that, and then I'm going to go on. You understand that? Okay. I also want to say about this woman, she's talking about, now she had this hypochondriac thing about her, but before she passed, she did have many things wrong with her. Do you understand that? And I also want to say that there was either there was blood pressure problems with her, and I also feel like that there was some glucose or some diabetic things going on with her as well. Do you understand that? Because she's taking me down into her liver area, and she's telling me that she had problems in this area here. Would you understand that?
Liver, no, but close to that area.
Close to that area. Give me a moment. And I know I'm not going to do process of elimination either. I feel like that I am down in this area, so it's got to be liver, gallbladder, something like that. Oh, stomach. Okay. Don't tell me anymore. When you give me a piece of information like that, I ask her about it. Okay? So you told me stomach, so I'm asking her. Tell me more about the stomach. Okay? So you know how I work. When I ask her about that, ooh, she's a card, man. When I ask her about that, she's talking about food. And I got to tell you what I'm seeing. I'm just going to describe it. I see drawers opening up, and there's food stuffed in the drawers. like I'm seeing a drawer pulled open, and she's got stuff in there that she's not supposed to have. Do you understand that at all? No? All right, give me a minute. See, I can't get away from that. When I ask her more about that,
That's a yes.
you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, because that's what she's showing me. She's telling me that she hid stuff to eat. And I particularly want to say that it was sweet stuff. Do you understand that? And I got to tell you what maybe you didn't know this, but you know now. That's just, okay. She probably knew this. So you get it. All right. Because this contributed to a lot of her passing. Do you understand that? The things that she would have taken into her body. She's like, if I would have watched my diet just a little bit more, she said, I probably would have lived a little longer. Do you understand that? Okay? And I have to particularly tell you, hard candy. Do you understand that? Like butterscotch discs. You know those butterscotch candies that are wrapped up in the orange wrappers? That's what she's showing me. Do you understand that? You understand? Okay. Because I feel like when you pulled the drawers open, that shit was in there. It was all over the place. Do you understand? Okay. I also want to tell you that I'm hearing the name Janice. It's like a Jan or a Janice. Do you understand that? You don't. All right, I'm going to leave that with you. There's a lot of emotion with her too. I know I'm moving more into the message with this, but I feel like I have to say this to you. I'm going to give more evidence about her, but this is what she's wanting to say, okay? Because she's particularly wanting me to tell you that she's very, very apologetic about how hard she was on you. Do you understand that? Because I feel as if though, and I'm not going to get into specifics with that because it's private, but if we were in a one-on-one reading, I'd get more into the detail of that, but I don't want to do that with the rest of the folks here in the room because it is private. But she could drag you down sometimes. Do you understand that? And I feel as if though this woman pulled you down to where you felt like you had no self-worth. Do you understand that? And the reason I'm telling you this is because she's being very apologetic for that. Because I feel as if though that prior to this woman's passing, she would have had communication issues. Do you understand that? She's telling me she could not speak clearly before she passed. Do you understand? Because she's telling me that her mind went as well. Does that make sense to you? This woman had a lot of things wrong with her when she crossed. I mean, there is like, you know, you've already told me this thing about the stomach, and we've conveyed some of that, but memory and just not being able to talk and pain, and I mean, there was just all kinds of things going on with her. And she's telling me that as a result of that, she never was able to bring things to closure with you. Do you understand that? And she's saying that all of the things that she said to you prior to her getting very ill, you're just gonna, I just got to give it to you straight, okay? So just please bear with me. She said some really mean things to you. Do you understand that? And she's just being very apologetic for that, and I've got to make sure that I bring that through. And she's also wanting me to tell you that she's never said to you, you can do whatever you want to do. Because anytime you wanted to do something or you had something in your mind that you wanted to accomplish, she pulled you down. You can't do that. Do you understand? You can't do that. Why do you think you can't do that? And she would just like push you in a corner and just make you feel like you couldn't do anything. And I'm sorry that I'm bringing this up, but this is what she's talking about. Do you understand that? And she's wanting me to tell you now to move forward. Go do it. Go do what it is that you're setting out to do. Because she feels like she never told you that. Do you understand that? I gotta tell you what I've seen to a place. It's the place where the drawers were. So I go into this room where it smells like rose water. It looks like Laura Ashley exploded in there. Do you know who Laura Ashley is? It's floral. I feel like there's floral everywhere. The walls have got floral paper on them. Everything is floral. Everything's frilly. Do you understand that? I feel like this is where this woman, either her bedroom or her home, I feel like everything was frilly. Does that make sense to you? And that smell and lampshades that were, excuse me, god-awful. Do you know what I'm talking about? I mean, it was just, this place where she lived, it was like, and please forgive me, because this is how I have to describe her, because, and she's laughing with me, no taste. Do you understand? It's like a hodgepodge of things. I mean, I walk into this house, and I particularly have to tell you that I'm drawn to a table in the corner of the room where there is just glass stuff. Do you understand? Okay. I see this table, and it's like, you know how she's showing this to me? Do you remember did you ever see the movie Misery with Kathy Bates? Do you remember her little penguins that she had on the table, and the one always went due north, and that's how she caught the guy coming out? It's like that. It's like these little things on this table, and they're just covered with it. And it's over in one corner, and she just kept collecting those things to where anytime you would walk past that table, and please tell me if this is true, anytime you'd walk past that table, and if there was a jiggle in the floor, everything fell over.
It didn't fall, but it all made noise.
It all made noise. Okay, all right, I'll buy that. I'll take that. Because it was clink, 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 clink. You understand what I'm talking about? Okay. And this passing, oh God, she's gonna make me say this too. And please forgive me. This was almost a relief for you when this woman crossed, because of where she was with her health, and you felt you were like, what the hell am I going to do with her? Right? Like, if she lives this way for a long time, how am I going to take care of her? Where am I going to put her? How am I going to do this? How am I financially going to do this? Do you understand? And she's wanting me to tell you that she's glad she doesn't have that burden on you. So I want to make sure that I say that to you, okay? She's also talking about a man that was on the other side to greet her when she crossed as well. And I have to say to you, I feel as if though prior to this woman's passing, she saw spirit a lot. She's telling me that she saw spirit a lot because she's telling me that when you would visit with her, she looked above your head. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like she wouldn't look you directly in the face. First of all, she wants you to know that she knew you were there. So she wants to make sure that I say that to you. But she's like, I kept seeing everybody on the other side that I knew I was going to be with. Because I believe, doing this work that I've done, I believe that their soul will start to separate when they're sick. Because I saw it in my mom. I was with my mom when she passed, drew her last breath. And those last few days before my mom passed, I could see that with her. That soul was starting to pull away from that body. And when they do, they start seeing things in the spirit world. And this woman was looking up over your head and seeing things behind you. Do you understand what I'm talking about? You do. Okay, very good. Tough lady, strong lady, felt, how do I want to say this? She felt like she had to rule with a stick. And that's all she knew. That's all she knew, because that's where she came from. She came from that environment. Do you understand that? And She could be very physical with you, and that's all I'm going to say. Do you understand? Younger. I'll just leave it at that. Okay? And that's all she knew. That's the only way that she knew how to be. And she wants to make sure that I say that to you. I feel like she came through for both of you, but as I started working, it was more towards you. So I want to make sure that I say that. Honor her. I know that's hard, but you need to honor her. And I think if you do that, and I'm not getting this from her, I'm getting into your personal energy and reading the things that are going on in your energy, okay? I think that if you honor her, it's going to help you heal. You understand? So, that photograph of hers that you've been wanting to pull out and set up, you understand what I'm talking about? Pull it out and put it up. Okay? Because I feel as if though you have that, and it's in a place where you see it occasionally, and you've been going through, do I set that out to where I can see it every day? And I think once you honor her and you forgive everything that's happened, I think you'll be able to set that out, and I think you'll be able to look at it every day. And I think you'll feel healed from it. Does that make sense to you? Okay. All right. Thank you for letting me bring that to you. I hope I brought her through with clarity. I know we got off to a rocky start. I'm still laughing about the little glass menagerie on our table. That just cracks me up. Okay.